Yeah.
It's a little better. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. So like, what component are we? We got sword. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I typically don't like starting sword.
Yeah.
I think it, uh, because I don't really want more than one, I guess,
Yeah. I think.
typically.
I mean, I think any component's like fine. I'm more curious like what component are you like comfortable with starting?
Typically like bow or rod I like.
Yeah. Okay. That's standard.
So here I'm just picking up the pairs as I normally do.
Yep. That's fine. What rank were you again?
Right now I'm in like GM. I'm probably like low mid GM. But that's typically where I like cap out usually.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So typically here, like none of these. I've never really played like or I don't play like Yumi reroll. So
Oh, yeah. I think for if you want to play Yumi, you don't even really want zoomies. Like if you wanted a Yumi augment, it would be predatory precision, or you just
okay.
want like one of the other augments. So I wouldn't even like be thinking Yumi from that spot. Um, yeah. Usually with 3 cost augments on 2-3, you'd like lean really hard into taking the 3 cost augment as long as it's like pretty like decent. I'm pretty sure that this is not even that good though. So I'm not sure what you do here, but I probably wouldn't even mind rolling here.
Yeah, I didn't really love any of these options, so I just decided to reroll here.
Yeah, I think that's completely fine. Like frontline fence, like they're all pretty bad to be honest. Uh,
Yeah, frontline kind of angles me towards duelists, and I don't really love duelists, so
yeah. Okay.
scout a little bit.
Um, I mean, I'd probably just take delivery tips. I think that's
Yeah,
fine. Delivery tips on 2-1 is like pretty good. Smash. Yeah. I mean, you don't really want to play around Alistair early game anyway. Yeah. I
yeah.
think
I just
delivery tips
decided
is
to
like
take
the
the
obvious option.
yeah.
Okay. And our items are not
Um,
that bad for AD either, or for playing like server.
yeah.
I,
That's what I was kind of thinking. I didn't want to slam anything here. Like
yeah, I think slamming the sword's okay. It's probably always on server, like the sword or the glove, but the sword probably has
yeah.
more value. Okay. Um. All right. We don't really have any like mascot to like put in. Like mascot's like not very impactful, but if you have like a Galio 2 or early Nasus 2, then it could help to buff them
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
But yeah. I mean, I think if we had like a Nasus, we could even consider like going like level 5 here. Oh, we don't have to do
Oh,
it, but
really? Okay.
I mean, so when you have like econ augments like this, like delivery tips or like collector or something like that, you have like the ability to play like super aggressive. It doesn't mean like you have to, but like if you have a really strong board and a really good unit to put in, then it's not that bad.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, probably just like buy some units in pre-level here, I think.
So what I actually ended up doing here was I think I got like maybe 2 gold off of this fight from delivery tips, and I just decided to make 20 here.
Okay.
I don't know
Um,
if that was exactly right.
Let me see. I mean, I think if you that's what you did, then that's actually probably better. Yeah, it's probably better because you'd probably only pre-level if you can't make it to the next interval. But if you can, then making the extra gold's probably better than like one extra shop, and you don't really care about
Yeah.
holding like the Draven Lee, so I actually think that's probably better. So it's actually good that you like did not like pump the thing early, which is good.
Yeah. I figured I wasn't very strong anyway, so like
Hmm.
not really trying to win, I guess,
Yeah,
in these early stages.
yeah, this is fine. Like just econing up a lot is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I said like the level 5, I don't think you should go level 5 in this spot. It's just like you can. Okay.
So here I don't even level to 5, given I'm at the 30
Yeah.
threshold already, and I'm not like trying to win again.
Yeah.
So I just sit here.
I think that's fine. Also, you don't have anything to put in. I think something that you can do here, is you could even like this item is always gonna be Last Whisper, but you could have not slammed the Last Whisper yet to like see the matchup because obviously, yeah, you do want to lose. But if you fought like someone that was really, really weak, having the Last Whisper on your server could be the difference between like winning and losing, and you don't mind
Yeah.
losing here. Like after you see that fight, you do slam the Last Whisper because like you're gonna lose anyway. But
Yeah.
if it was someone really, really weak, then you might not want the Last Whisper on.
Okay. So kind of like just kind of wait until
Yeah, it's like the
see what who the
same.
opponent is.
Yeah, it's the same concept as like when you didn't pump the level until like after you knew what you were doing. It's just like if you have the ability to, you could like wait as long as you can until like you're forced to like make an action, and that like leaves your options more open.
Yeah. Nope. That makes sense.
But yeah, I think this is like a pretty fine spot so far. Like we kept our streak. Okay, these are pretty okay
So
items.
components here are not great.
I think they're actually like okay. I mean, you don't get to make full items, but you get Gunblade, and then you also have like half Redemption or Vow, half like Declaw or something. So
Yeah.
I think it's not like perfect, but it's like makeable. It's fine.
Kind of in hindsight, I don't really know why I put this Vi in. Honestly, probably should have put it maybe like Draven in to kill an extra unit.
Uh, yeah, I think Draven's slightly better. Vi's not that bad because she gives you like armor shred. Actually, you have Lost Whisper. Okay, yeah, it's probably Draven for sure then. But it's not bad. Okay, we win here. We have a lot of econ. Here, wait, can you pause here?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can either probably it's probably just Lotus or Second Wind. I think they're both like probably pretty close. What are your like thoughts on both of them?
Yeah. I was thinking. I eventually just took Second Wind. My reasoning there was kind of like I already have like an upgraded front line, so Second Wind kind of gives me the most value like right now. Um, and I think Second Wind is like decent with like the mech front line. So I was just I mean, Jewel
Yeah.
Lord is also, yeah, it definitely isn't bad, but I thought Second Wind just helped me the most like immediately.
Uh, yeah. I mean, I could see that, but I think another thing that you are lacking on your board is like damage. So Lotus does help in like the damage department. The thing is like you don't have that many people that can abuse the Jeweled Lotus very well. So I could also still see a second one from there. Yeah, I think it's fine though. I think both of them are probably okay.
So I level here. I
Yeah.
actually end up rolling like once just because like I feel I have like two slots that are pretty much like open, like
Yeah.
the Rel and the Vi. So I just
Yeah.
decide to like I think I just decide to roll once, and then I hit a Jinx too, and I'm like, well, I might as well just play it
Yeah.
over
I
something.
I
So
think that's actually like completely fine.
okay,
Because you did have open slots and it doesn't like cost that much to upgrade your board a lot. So
Right.
like I think from the spot, I'd be assuming that you want to do like most of your rolling on like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
But I think just like rolling once here, like this jinx probably makes a difference and gets you some like more kills. Oh, we actually win again. Okay. Um, yeah, that's probably fine. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I feel like everything in this game seems like pretty fine, like pretty clean. It looks all fine. I'm not sure if
Yeah, I think it's after
stuff.
this carousel that things kind of start going
Yeah,
downhill.
I'm not sure. Yeah, like I mean, yeah, I was gonna say like you chose this game, so there's something must go on. But like the game like seems pretty good so far, and it seems like our spot's like pretty fine. We have like really good econ. Our HP is fine. Our board is fine. Okay. I mean, we
So
probably just
here
want
I'm
to like
think
complete some frontline items. So
yeah, I
either
was
like
thinking
yeah,
cloak or belt.
yeah,
So I just decided to go for the belt.
yeah.
All right. So I think here is probably where maybe my like I started making like I don't know if I'm pretty sure this was not the right move, but I decided to actually level to 7 here and like roll.
Yeah.
Um my reasoning here was that I'm at like 61 HP. I don't feel that strong. Um so my thinking was like if I lose the next 2 rounds, if I get like um maybe hit like 10 HP like each round for the next 2 rounds, then I'll probably be at like 40 HP going
Mm-hmm.
into 3-7, which is like I guess not terrible, but my thinking was like I have a decent amount of econ here. Maybe it makes sense to like level and maybe like roll for like a sure shot or something to kind of like help me stabilize a little bit more before
Yeah.
3-7.
I think I agree. I think your like options here are probably like level and roll now, or you like full greed and then you level on 4-2 and roll at 8. But the thing is like your board is like okay, but it's like not really good. So I don't mind like rolling here probably. Just yeah, get like Senna, maybe Sivir too. You're rolling at 7 also, so you could like get like some forecasts. So I
Yeah.
think this is like fine. We'll see. We'll see what the rolls what happens in the rolls though. Okay. I think Jinx is probably still better than like one of the defenders.
Yeah, or
Probably
probably
over
even like
Poppy.
Alistar maybe.
Yeah, I think Alistar could probably stay and maybe sell it for Poppy. Jinx over Poppy, and you can still make 30.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, just to like get like a little more damage also. But yeah, I think rolling there is fine because your board is pretty bad. And like your econ is like still fine even after rolling. I think here I probably wouldn't roll. I think this is where like I probably wouldn't roll because the thing is you're already 2 loss, so like you don't mind losing that much, and we could probably just like save our econ and potentially still roll. We could like roll at like 4-1, or we could roll at 4-1, or we could like try to go 8 from here and then just roll at 8 instead.
Okay.
But yeah, and yeah, I think like having the Jinx in for the Poppy to like help kill more units, and
That
then
would have
just
helped a
like
lot.
saving
Yeah.
up would have been a little bit better.
Okay,
But
that makes sense. Yeah,
yeah,
I think I was prioritizing like my HP a little bit too much.
hmm I mean,
Um,
from here, like you do want to make your board stronger, but I feel like the cost to make your board stronger is like kind of expensive in this spot because what you're looking for, like you would need to hit like 2 Sennas, or you would need to hit like a Sivir, which is like okay, but like yeah, like I feel like you don't have like that much that you're looking for here.
okay, that makes sense. So you'd probably just take the 3 loss into neutrals and then just
Yeah,
maybe roll again at
Yeah,
4-1.
yeah, roll again a 4-1 or like after like saving up like or econing on this stage and 3-7 or like potentially look to like push 8.
Okay, that makes sense.
But this is like probably fine. Like we hit Belveth. That should be fine to play. We still have like open slot on like the Poppy.
Yeah.
Um yeah, honestly it's probably just stronger to move the items like immediately. I'm pretty sure this Belveth does pretty well
Present a lot
with.
more. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, like to be honest, we could even look to like just like play around Belveth for like the rest of the game even. Cause like Belveth BIS is Last Whisper Gunblade +1, and we already have like that. And also another
Okay.
thing about delivery tip Sivir. Oh, we have Belveth pair, which is really good. Uh it's like super easy to drop because like all it does is give you econ. So we don't even necessarily be or have to be playing the Sivir like much past like 4-5 or stage 4.
Oh, that's a good point. I don't even think I consider that, to be honest.
Yeah, like cuz all it does like most of these hero augments, they give you some kind of board strength, so it feels bad to drop it. Okay, so you move the Sivir. I think that's correct. Uh oh, okay, I think mech here is like okay. Oh wait. Oh, war defender.
You want me to go back or?
Yeah, you can just pause here.
Oh, okay.
Um so I think mech here is okay. Usually the only time I would consider mech is actually I don't even know if I'd play mech here. I think it's like okay, but I'm not sure if I'd consider it that much. Because the only reason you'd play mech is if you like have really good items for them, and then you also like high roll like the set two and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I guess we have two sets here, but we also have like Ramus too that we could play and stuff like that. And then also we decide to go for defender plus the Sen of Sivir. And I could understand like wanting to go for defender, especially since they're upgraded. But the thing is, if we look at our backline, all we have is Senna one, Sivir one, and it's not even like combat like a combat augment. It's delivery tip, so it's only econ.
Yeah.
So we pretty much have like no backline damage at all. So it's really hard to like kill anything. Like the fight's probably gonna go really long. If I were to guess, like this fight probably goes to like close to overtime, but then we just lose because we don't kill anything. I mean, yeah. I mean that's what I'd guess. This guy's endless pizza.
It might. I think that might be close.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely went. I think the fight definitely went long. I think I probably had too much of an attachment to like the upgraded
The upgraded units.
units. So like I was hesitant to like. I mean, I guess in hindsight, like probably definitely dropped like the Poppy, maybe even like the Rel for like
Yeah.
Rammus 2, maybe like Zac. This probably has to be better or something.
I mean, not even that. I think there's no way that we can't be playing like the Belveth right now. Also,
That's true.
like we need like the more damage, and also these items they want to go on Belveth. Like they either want to go on like Belveth or like Samira, or at the like very minimum a Senna too. So it would definitely be strongest on Belveth in this like moment right here. Also, we have mech set. So we don't have like that much use to having like so many frontline units. Because just like the mech set should be enough to stall for a decent amount of time, and we could even just like play. Like I think in this turn, a stronger board would probably be like drop Poppy Rel and just be playing like Belveth Zac, with these items on Belveth, and then we could like
Okay.
declaw
Yeah.
the set.
The set. Yeah.
Also go back to the start of the round before you rolled. I just want to like see everything again.
Oh, sorry. Let me.
Yeah, no worries. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, I just want to see how much like gold you had. Okay. I mean, with how deep you rolled on 3-7, I think we can't go 8, so I think rolling here is probably okay. And then because we hit the jacks, I think mech is actually fine. Yeah, we have like the upgraded stuff, so I think mech is completely fine. But yeah, we just like don't have damage in this spot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think I need to improve. Kind of like assessing my like frontline backline
Yeah,
balance,
it's just like
and then getting to
balancing it.
like
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like it's super easy to go. I think it's like a lot more common to go the other way. Where it's like you have really good backline, you're going for all the BIS backline items, you have Gunblade and all that stuff, but then it's like you have zero frontline items and then zero frontline upgrade frontline. I think that's like more common, but yeah, in this spot it's for sure a lack of damage a bit. Okay, so wait, so I go back to the augment again. I'm
yeah,
pretty sure that was fine though. Yeah, sure shot. Okay. Yeah. Okay, from here, yeah, I'd probably be thinking take sure shot. Sure shot the Belveth, probably put the items on her, and then or at least think about sure shot Belveth, and then you just roll, and then you itemize whoever gets upgraded. Because if you get like Samira 2, you probably just put the items on Samira 2, but if you get like a Belveth, then or Belveth 2, then you could do sure shot, Last Whisper, Gunblade Belveth.
yeah,
And so like here you have like a lot of stuff you're rolling for. You're rolling for you're at level 7, but you at least have like a lot of outs. So you're looking for the set 2. You're looking for one Samira or possibly an Aphelios just to get the 4 sure shot online. And then you're also looking for like Sivir 2, Senna 2, Belveth 2. So I think taking a
yeah.
sure shot and then just like rolling and sending it is probably fine. This is like already kind of a awkward spot now though, because our econ is like kind of bad. We're like forced to hit on 7 here. I think you have to keep rolling
Right.
here. So we hit Samira, but I think you have to keep rolling. Just hit like an upgrade. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then yeah. Okay, you end up doing it, which is good. Okay.
I think in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have itemized
Samira.
Samir in this spot.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Not
sure
sure.
Belveth is like a better unit anyway in like this current like state of balance. Plus we have Belveth pair. So I think the Belveth was probably better.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah.
But yeah, I think at this point I'm just like donkeying for him to
Yeah,
upgrade.
I mean that's what like our spot kind of ended up turning into. I think what happened like what um oh, you could pick up the Sivir here because we have Sivir and Orb.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
nice. Okay, good
I
job.
like I realized that like the last second.
Yeah, okay. All right, good job. Uh I don't even remember my point anymore. Um okay, I'll come back. Oh, like why we're in this spot? I think a lot of it came from the overrolling. Like I don't mind rolling in the 3-5 spot, but it's like you need to have like some kind of point where you're gonna stop at. Because especially with delivery tips, it's not a combat augment, so if you like scout around, like I don't know what else everyone else had, I don't remember, but they have like 2 and 3 cost augments, like maybe Spirit of the Exile, like spread shot and stuff like that. So they have like combat augments, and all you have is an augment that gives you a bit more gold. So you can like pause it here. Oh wait, okay, so we go for Belveth too. I think that's fine. Um, so everyone else has like combat augments that makes their boards a lot stronger, and all you have is an augment that gives you like 1 to 2 gold per round. So if you ever get into a point where you're donkey rolling at 7 with an econ augment like this, then you know something probably went wrong. Unless you're like re-rolling like for Senna 3 or something. But if you're like playing around 4 costs with this augment and you're donkey rolling at 7, then something went wrong along the way. Because it's the same line of thought of like taking let's say like Rich Get Richer or Windfall on 2-1. If you take Rich Get Richer and Windfall on 2-1, then you probably like your advantage comes from having more econ. So you'd want to like be able to like push 8 or something like that and actually get like
Right.
a stronger board around that. But then here it's like we're trying to high roll at 7 and we don't have a combat augment, so it's just like inherently a pretty bad spot.
Yeah, that's true, huh? Like my
Mhm.
advantage here, I guess, in this game was like the econ, but I kind of
Yeah.
wasn't even able to leverage it because
Yeah.
I'm stuck pretty much like donkey rolling at 7.
Yeah, and it just came from like I do think leveling and rolling at level 7 was like okay, cuz your board was like pretty bad on 3-5. You leveled to 7 and had 40 gold. I think what I probably would have stopped at like around 30 gold. Like once you get to like 30 gold, you just like kind of make as strong as a board you can there, like 30 or like 20 or something ish gold.
Yeah.
And then you try to if you have like level 730 at 3-5, you could probably still go 8 on like 4-2. Um but yeah, after that, after we rolled even more on 3-7 and we rolled to like 20 or 10, I think. I think we rolled to like 10. Like there's no way that we can go 8 anymore. So we kind of just
Yeah.
had to donkey for the rest of the game.
That's a good point. I think pretty much like when I rolled at 3-6, again at 7, I think I mentally just committed to like I'm just gonna stay at 7 and just like pray for any upgrade at this point.
Yeah.
But I
I
can I
mean,
can see
that's
your
pretty much what you
point of
had
just
to.
I could see your point of like trying to be a little bit more patient um at 3-5 and maybe just kind of like rolling to 30 and then econing up again.
Hmm. Yeah. It's just like I think that probably had to be like your plan at some point is like you had to like have the plan to like try to cap out at 8 instead of 7. So like if you have that like in your head when you take like delivery tips or like once you were in that spot in like stage 3, then you'd like it's a lot easier to stop rolling at level 7 because you should know that like you don't want to be doing most of your rolling on level 7 anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I definitely wasn't even mentally thinking like of going 8, which is probably
Hmm.
uh where I was wrong.
Yeah. Uh okay. I mean we can still watch the rest of the game. Our board's actually like it's not even that bad. It's just like it's hard to get stronger from here. Okay.
I can just fast forward a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing too interesting happens at this point. Pretty much
Yeah.
just hoping for a 7th, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably the biggest thing. Was like overrolling at 7. Like not having a great like perception of like frontline backline balance and like just not having enough damage to deal with the other boards. Like having
Yeah.
4 defenders plus mech and having Sivir 1, Senna 1 as your backline. And then also probably like tunneling on the Samira when you had like Belveth pair and then like the stacked Belveth probably would have even been better. Like if we had sure shot Belveth, like obviously like it's hindsight, but if we had the sure shot Belveth with Gunblade Last Whisper, then we could go for the Belveth on Carousel, and then we could the belt would even pop off, and we could make like redemption or double redemption, I guess, with that.
Yeah, you're right.
But
So we
that's
would have
like
had
more hindsight.
itemized
But
Belveth too. Yeah.
yeah, I think the biggest reasons that you would want to itemize Belveth was one that you had it paired, and then two, Belveth is like probably just better than Samira anyway.
Oh, you think so? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, especially since like you have like the sure shot on her anyway.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah. I think for the most part, I don't think that game was played that bad though. I think you were making like decent strong boards for the most part, and then you like leveled at good times. It's just like when you overrolled, it kind of just like messed up your whole game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think once I overrolled, I was pretty much like dead in the water at that point.
Yeah, that's not so bad. Also like another thing is like if you hit during your rolls, like maybe you would have stopped earlier, but your rolls weren't like that great. Like you didn't really hit the Sivir and the Senna. It's just like you also when you roll in times like that, you also need to know like when you would stop. So when you would stop might just be like, okay, I'm gonna roll until I hit like Senna 2 or something like that, and then like even if I go to 0 gold, then I'm gonna like keep rolling until I hit it. And like sometimes that's correct. And then sometimes it's like I'm gonna roll, but I'm gonna stop at 30 gold or something, and if I miss, then I miss, and like I just have to like cut my losses at that point. So having like some kind of general like plan when you go into like rolling there is pretty important so that you could like stick to your overall plan.
Yeah, I think I definitely like. Oh, well, for one, I usually don't have a plan when I roll. I'm usually just rolling to my vague thought is just get stronger.
Hmm.
So like once I miss, it kind of like entices me to roll even more because
Yeah, yeah, for
my thinking
sure.
is like, wait, I didn't even get stronger and I rolled like
Yeah,
10 goals. So I need to like roll 10 more goals to try to get
yeah, exactly. Make it like worth
yeah,
it.
yeah,
But then sometimes like, yeah, you already know. Sometimes like, you just have to like accept it. Like you could roll and like completely miss and not have any viable units, but that doesn't mean rolling was like the bad option, or it doesn't mean it was like wrong. You could like
right.
make the wrong choice and have zero clickable units, and it happens.
Okay, that makes sense though. I like that um line of thinking.
Yeah. All right. Nice. So that's
Um,
the end of this game, right?
yeah, yep.
And did you have another game, or did you want to do like a live game, or what was the thing after this?
I was hoping we could do a live game together if that's okay.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
All right, let me just let me share.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll try to sit back a little bit more. So you could just make all the decisions and like say what you would do and everything. And then after that I'll try to give like my input. Or if you have any questions like during the game, then you could also we could also talk about that.
Yeah, no, that would be good. I'll kind of just talk aloud or think aloud
Yeah,
as I
exactly.
go through, and you can kind of tell me afterwards like whether you thought it was correct.
Yeah. All right. Nice. Uh so like what's the LP you like usually hover around? Is this like around what it usually is or
This is probably around where I cap out. Maybe I reached like rank 500 in set
okay.
7 or so. It's definitely not bad. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I feel like once I get into like the even like low challenger, high GM lobbies, like things can go bad pretty quickly, honestly. Or
Yeah.
I can get like
Okay.
steamrolled pretty quickly, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah. All
I
right.
really
So
feel it now.
yeah, you're trying to like break through like the plateau of like mid GM kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, part of it could be just like my meta knowledge probably isn't like the best either, to be honest.
Okay. What do you
But
usually
I think
play?
there's some. What do I usually play?
Yeah.
I I'm pretty flex in terms of like what I play. Like I'll play like um both AP and AD lines. Like I'm not married
Okay.
to one of them.
All right.
Um like I like starting Rod. Um but if I can't get Rod, I typically just go for like a defensive component,
Yeah. I
Shane
think
or Belt.
defensive is pretty good. All right. Do you think you have any like specific like weaknesses or something or things that you know that you could get better at?
I think typically like uh I don't think I value like unit strength very much. I think I like probably overvalue synergies in certain situations.
Mm.
Um and so I'll probably like play like worse units, even though it probably isn't stronger, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. I mean that just comes from I think understanding unit strength. It comes a lot from like experience and also like attentive watching.
Right.
So, yeah, so like being able to like try a lot of things but also be able to be a good watcher and it's like whether you did it or whether someone else did it, just seeing like how much does this unit do, how much does this unit do. So I think like in last game, like the Jinx 2, even with no synergies, is like a pretty decent unit. Has like CC, has like a little bit of AoE. But then like on another patch, it might not be like, she might just be like completely garbage and she doesn't do anything.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
like that's a perfect example, right? Like I played like an Alistar 1 over like a Jinx 2, or even like over the Poppy 2, for
Yeah, the
example,
Poppy
when I
too.
had like 3 defenders.
Yeah, I think the Jinx over the Poppy was probably the play.
I think my positioning is also not great either. I
Oh
mean,
yeah. That's probably it's like the same kind of thing. I think I noticed last game that uh wait, sorry. Sorry, give me a second.
oh yeah, you're good.
Oh. All right. I think I noticed last game that you probably weren't scouting that much. Maybe it was like because you were actually. I'll let you do this first. Oh, nice. Maybe it was the fact that you were like kind of dizzy in your spot. You were like rolling a lot, but at least whenever possible, I think it's always important to leave like yourself the last 5-ish seconds to scout your 3 matchups so that you know like generally what you're going up against. Because
Yeah.
it's like super important to know, are you playing Talon? Are you playing Zed? Are you playing a Sejuani? Those are like just like 3 big units that come to mind. Zephyrs, Shrouds, Blitzhook, just stuff like that. Just like taking like a few seconds just to like glance over. Even if you don't always get your units on perfect side every time, just taking like the time to know what you're up against is really important.
Yeah, I think typically once I start getting dizzy, like scouting just like goes out the window for me, and I'm just like trying to figure out my board. But yeah, no, I totally agree. Spending like the last handful of seconds to kind of like
Mm-hmm.
look at the boards. I guess what I could do is probably look at like pay attention to those units that you mentioned, because I think typically when I scout boards, I'm just kind of like glancing at them, not really like critically assessing um
Yeah, I mean
like
it.
what I actually need a position for.
Oh, that looks pretty good. Uh, I think yeah. So it just comes down to knowing like what you're looking for. So you're not gonna be able to look and assess every single unit, but it's just like narrowing down like what's important. So like obviously like yeah like Zephyr Shroud are important items. Maybe if the enemy has like a 3-item tank, you might want to be on the opposite side of that tank. Uh, or if you have an Urgot, you want to be same side. Lucky, all good. Oh,
Pretty sure I'm just taking Edgelord and re-rolling Talon here.
yeah. I mean that's what I see. I mean,
That's
if you
interesting.
wanted, you could like chaos it, you probably just rip it. But if you wanted, you could like scout and like make sure or whatever. But I'm pretty sure that's correct.
Let me think here. I'm actually thinking about reforging this belt. Because I don't want to slam any item here. I don't want to slam
Yeah,
K2, ZZ Rod, or Morello. I'm actually
actually,
down
I think
to
that's fine.
okay. I mean, like whatever it gives me, like I think there's a high probability it'll give me something.
Yeah,
Chain.
you're looking for like cloak, sword, chain. Okay, that's completely
I think
fine.
this is fine.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure best in slot is probably like I think it's just Gunblade Titan's Spark, and Bow is I think I'm pretty sure Titans is like one of his best items like statistically.
Titans, yeah,
Yeah, so that should be fine. You probably just want a like an Ox Force and stuff.
yeah.
Is it like something you're like familiar with? Like reroll Talon?
I've done it once. So hopefully, generally, yes, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
I want to make 10 here. Probably want to keep the Silas eventually, so I'll probably just play something like this and
Yeah, I think
still
that's
lose, I
fine.
guess.
Yeah, it's probably fine. Galio might be stronger than Silas, but yeah, he also might not be. It's like barely a difference.
Actually, you're right. I probably should have played the Galio. Sorry,
Yeah,
my thinking was I couldn't make 10 unless I
yeah, you can
sold
sell
one
one
piece.
Galio. I mean, I would say Galio's probably stronger because he also gives you like one civilian, maybe he casts or something. But it's like the difference is like so small that like it doesn't really matter. So it seems we won anyway. I don't think
Yeah,
we mind winning because honestly, we're probably gonna win a few rounds with this talent too, Edgelord.
talent. Yeah.
It's pretty good word. You also have like a slammed item. Oh,
Oh, well, that is very easy for us.
it's pretty good.
Um, let me think here. So we're not gonna make the next threshold here, so it's probably just whatever the best unit in is. Um, maybe Vel'Koz?
Uh, yeah, I think that line of thing is right. I'm pretty sure it's Jinx though, because
Oh, okay.
'cause I don't know, like Vel'Koz, he doesn't have that much value like in early game. He'll do like a bit of damage. Like most of the Vel'Koz value comes from stunning the main carry. But the thing is, in early game, most of the units all do like around the same damage. Oh, we just got poppied, but that's okay.
Yeah,
Um, so he doesn't have that much value, and he doesn't do that much damage. So I'm pretty sure Jinx actually does more.
got it. That makes sense. Hopefully we can kill one more, maybe? It's fine. I mean, 2-cost chain is not bad. Gives me a 2-item carry.
Yep. I also would have went Chain, but I'm just like thinking if Spat, because I know some people probably would have just taken Spat here.
Oh, just play for kind of like the spike later.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I'm pretty sure Chain is better. Like, I also would have taken Chain. I'm just like trying to consider it or see if it has any value.
Let me think here. Probably Nox Force.
Yeah. Uh, what's this guy's admin? He went Spat,
Oh,
admin Spat. Oh,
oh, 20 AP on death. That's pretty good, right?
yeah, that's pretty good. And he also has a Spat, so he could go get to 4 pretty easily. Uh, I mean, his items aren't that good, it's just GS. That's maybe scary. Okay.
Might as well check my admin.
Oh. Yeah.
That is pretty
That is
good.
pretty good. I'm pretty sure, like, taking that augment and then just, or admin, and then just playing admin with Viego actually feels so good.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably the same thing with Talon, but it's like, with like Viego, oh, this guy might be, wait, what's going on here?
Probably playing Camille reroll,
He's
maybe.
playing Camille reroll with support Camille. I mean, that doesn't sound that good, but he's also taken some of your units, so that's a little unfortunate.
That is true.
It doesn't even sound very good, so I don't know what's going on here, but oh well. I mean, actually, it's probably fine, but he only has one Camille.
play. Typically, when I play reroll, like, um, I'll typically roll down to maybe about like 35 at level 4,
Yeah,
and then just econ up if I like, just for the odds.
yeah. I think that's fine. You probably do that if you have like 7, then you can just try to like go 0 until you hit. But it doesn't
Okay.
really look like
Oh,
we're in that spot. So,
yeah, we only have, I guess, 4 so far. Oh my
so
god.
yeah. Oh wow. Okay. I mean, we got an empty Krug, but we also got a spark, so it evens itself out.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we could probably just start thinking about like what's our level 4 and level 5 board after we roll.
This. I'll probably roll like one more time.
Yeah.
Just stop here.
Okay. So we're still looking for Camille. Yeah. Okay. Like, what do you think you're gonna be playing at like level 5 here?
Probably the LeBlanc.
Yeah. I think from this spot, like, LeBlanc would go in. What's that unit's name? Camille would go in over Blitzcrank. You probably want Silas over Galio, and then you could also play Annie over Fiora potentially, just to give Spellslinger. And
Yeah.
it's like a different Oxforce unit. I think that board is like fine. But yeah, just like getting in the habit of uh like with downtime, you just think about like your what you're gonna do in the future to clear
Right.
stuff up is good. Oh, um, here, what are you thinking here?
My I'm thinking Electrocharge personally. Um, I given we have Gunblade, I'm not thinking Celestial Blessing, and like Archives, we could just potentially miss completely.
Uh, I think Electro's fine. I'm pretty sure CB is also fine. Like CB plus Gunblade is still okay because like a lot of the value of Gunblade is healing your team. But yeah, just you could just pick whatever. These are all like pretty good.
I guess I'll make it. I guess another reason I was thinking Electrocharge was we have the Spark, so we get a little bit more
Yeah, that's
damage
true.
damage.
You already have a spark. Uh, but yeah, it's like I wouldn't say. I think Gunblade with CB is like also still good, but yeah, I think this is probably better.
Talon's AP is very high.
Yeah, yeah, you pretty much have like best in slot Talon.
Oh, okay. There's
We
Camille.
just had to hit the units.
So I guess the question is, would I drop these two upgrades
Yeah,
for
is it stronger?
this? I mean, it's probably not stronger, but it does let us hit 50, which honestly, like I probably value, but I don't know if that's actually correct.
I think it actually is just straight up stronger to be honest. Like,
Oh, okay.
because yeah, you're buffing up your 3 item Talon. You could have a Renegade real quick. I don't remember the exact number. Like 35% bonus damage. That's like a pretty big deal. It could be the difference between like one-shotting the backline or not with the ults.
Right.
Oh, we went to the Remus, but yeah, it's like you want to like play towards like your talent as much as possible. So I actually think it is worth. Plus, also you're subbing it out for like a Silas 2, which is like not that bad, not that much of a downgrade. Silas 2 and then Camille 1. Like Galio 2 and Blitz 2, while they're upgraded, aren't very impactful units anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's another example of like me not understanding like
Hmm.
when to value like the synergies over the units.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Yeah, it totally makes
they're
sense.
upgraded units, so I get why you like have prio on them, but like it's Galio and Blitz, so
Honestly, I'm kind of down to take this spat now.
Yeah, okay. What do you prio on the spat?
Um, I think honestly, I think Renegade Spat might be good on like LeBlanc. You can ditch the Silas because he's kind of just a synergy bot in my eyes.
Yeah, that could be okay.
I think I really care for this, but I'll just make
I
it
think it's
anyway.
easier to. I'll let you finish rolling first.
Well, I'm just gonna switch sides randomly.
Yeah, okay. I think it's easier to slot in Oxforce because a lot of times you already want to play a lot of the renegades. So like it's 3 out of 6 renegade, or it's 3 and 6. So unless you have 6, it could feel kind of awkward having the spat because like obviously in this case you're already playing Talon. That's one. Your admin is good, so you don't mind playing Camille. Obviously you'll play Viego, so that's already 3. And then like let's say you hit like Leona, you could like value playing Leona. So it's just like if you have the spat, a lot of the times you might be playing like 4 out of 6 Renegade, which is like okay, but it could be more value to just like go Oxforce.
Okay.
But it depends on spot. I, I
Right.
I think it is easier to play around Oxforce spat than Renegade, but it is spot dependent. Like if you hit 6 Renegade, then obviously it's like a giant spike. Or if you have Renegade on a secondary carry.
Move everything. Okay, that makes sense.
Hmm. Yeah. I think probably random. I don't think your positioning matters too much in this comp. Like Talon jumps to the same corner anyway. Uh yeah. I don't think it's that big. But like let's say we were playing like Zed or something, then we would have to be really good at following carries and everything.
Right.
Do you like cover scouting at all? Where like you like hold a unit and scout other people?
Oh, that I don't do that.
Okay. Yeah, that's something that's
Um,
for sure really
kind of like
helpful.
kind of like this.
Yeah, yeah, like that, like that.
Yeah, I'm not in the habit of doing it.
Hmm.
But maybe I should start.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's always pretty good, especially it's really good at switching positioning of units like Zed or Urgot or Sedge, who you want like same side carry.
Right.
Just switching last second because a lot of times you could catch people like swapping their whole team over, and you could be like a little bit quicker on that. Uh, hmm.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just roll. Guess I'll make that. Maybe roll once. Let me think here. I mean, honestly, I'm down to make another Gunblade. Um, I'll just do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe like
I think that's probably
itemize
fine.
Viego later.
Yeah. Uh, I don't think so. Like on this board is like not really acceptable anymore on stage 4. So
Ah,
as soon as we can, like we gotta just like try sending it for this Talon 3.
okay.
Like I don't think it's that big a deal to dip a little bit more below econ. Also, and actually we'll do
Just
augment
scores.
first. Oh,
Oh, well. I mean, I
uh,
probably should just take this, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think
Gives
so.
me another Talon
And it gives you
too.
another Talon. So yeah, so
Put it
okay,
away.
nice, perfect. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's like for sure. So I think in this case, it's probably just like Renegade, right? Because now
Yeah,
it's so easy to fit in 6.
fit
When you
in
have like
six,
one
right?
spat, when you have one spat, one you need the Leona, and then two you need to play Silas. But now all you need is one Viego for 6, and then all you need is one Viego for 6, and then once you do hit Leona, you could drop Silas. So I think
Right.
double Renegade
Okay.
spat is actually pretty good.
Pretty
Or
good here, right?
yeah, +2 Renegade with like silver augment or something. Yeah. Oh my god. This Talon. Oh, Okay, I have like no problem with dealing with Talons because I think that's like one of my strengths is like being able to like I think I scout more and I position more than most players. But then so I don't really have that much trouble with Talon, but once it's like Edgelord Talon 3 with perfect items, like you just die to this thing.
My thinking here is to just maybe roll for like one Ox Force, maybe one unit to put in. Um, let me think. I guess that too. Well, right.
Okay. I agree with leveling. Or no, okay, I don't agree with leveling. I agree with like wanting to level. But I don't think I would do it on this round. So we're probably gonna be stuck level 7 for a really long time. And now that we leveled on this round and not on 4-5, we're gonna be down the 4 gold the whole time.
Yeah.
So I think leveling like was not that big of a priority. Also, like as you like could see there, like you leveled, but you didn't even have a unit that you wanted to put in. So we lost interest econ. I think we would have been 50. We lost interest, so we lost 4 gold of interest, and we also lost 4 gold of. Okay, here actually, wait a minute. Is that okay? It's like, is that a Fawn Fiddlesticks? Um, it's okay. So now we lost 4 gold of interest, and then we also pumped an extra 4 XP that we wouldn't have had to if we waited a turn. So we lost like 8 gold to like play a Jinx, pretty much.
Right.
And yeah. I don't think it would have been completely terrible if you had a unit that you definitely wanted to play, but like just the Jinx, like it's not that great.
Yeah. No, I totally get that.
Hmm.
Um, let's just make this. Maybe I'll give this to her.
Yeah. Honestly, at this point, mm, I don't think rolling is terrible, but
Trying to find like one Viego maybe.
yeah, roll for one Viego. I mean, your odds aren't super high of hitting, but if you hit Viego, which is like pretty much what you're going for, I don't think it's actually bad to roll here.
Right.
Like, just looking for Viego or like another carry for this like renegade spot.
Which renegade spat carries do you like typically?
I mean, it's just like it could be anything. So like on this board, we don't have anti-heal, so even like an Aesol is fine.
Aesol.
An Aesol would be fine. Like if you get Soraka too, it could go in over LeBlanc maybe, but that's like pretty far away. Something like Samira is fine. Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
mean
let me
just like
think.
anything.
I think in this spot I'd probably just greed 8 at this point.
Uh, if you're strong enough, you can. But it's like let's say you take another big loss somewhere, which is
Yeah.
possible. Like I don't. This board is extremely annoying to deal with, but I don't know if it beats like something like Draven. Like I assume you win this matchup. Yeah. Wait a minute.
Well, 2 Belveths.
Yeah, before those things loaded in. Honestly, I'm pretty sure wait, it's Woodland Tribe Belveth. Like, I'm pretty sure you wait. Oh, wait. Your Talon got CC'd midair. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, yeah, I don't think we can make it to 8.
Yeah.
So it's like that's also like a judgment thing. So like, let's say you scouted around and you had a good judgment that you were strong enough, then you could like kind of greed econ, maybe push 8 or at least roll on 5-1. But then it's like if you scout around and like you're weaker than everyone, then it might just be a roll for Viego. Because if you do hit this Viego, like your
To
board
keep
like
it alive, right?
spikes infinitely. Like you get 4 Oxforce in, and then you also get 6 Renegaded. And then with that board spike, then you could definitely start to go 8, go 9.
Gotcha. Yeah, I kind of like scanning those boards. I'm pretty sure like I was the weakest out of the three opponents I was supposed to fight, so I probably should have just rolled.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It just like kind of feels awkward because like you're rolling at 7 for a Viego. But honestly, that's like every Viego game to be honest.
Let's see, just
Okay.
I'll figure out this item. Actually, I'll just pop it now. Honestly, maybe it's just a chalice. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Let me think here.
Okay. I'm pretty sure. I'll just say it. I'm pretty sure you just level for this board.
Oh yeah, and just spat him.
Yeah.
Couldn't do the math. Sorry.
Okay. I would also put him in chalice range.
Oh yeah, 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 good point. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. Uh, yeah. I mean, we were rolling for Viego. We hit Leona. That's fine. uh, but yeah, Renegade Mord's pretty good. I don't know how the LeBlanc got this close, but
Oh, one more.
oh, what the heck? Oh, yes, throw. Okay. Oh,
Oh.
okay. All right, clutch. That was almost a Mord chalice diff.
Yeah,
But
I guess like in this spot, I really don't really know how to like. Would it just be something like this, maybe?
uh,
Guess
yeah.
it.
I mean, it's awkward to put it on like the back line, but like it might have actually just been correct to like put it on the Mord itself and then just like chalice like Leona or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
But this is probably okay. Okay, and now we could just think like, how else can we develop this
Improve this
board from
board.
here?
Yeah.
So, like from here, obviously Viego would go in over Silas, and then, there's a chance that Alistar's already better than this Fiora because it gives you Aegis. It is Alistar 1 for Fiora, but it does give you Aegis, which might be worth it. Oh, okay, that was close.
That was close. That's fine. So let me just try to roll for like one Viego.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's probably the play because that's another pretty big spike. Okay, nice.
Alright. Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would definitely have put it the chalice on like front line because then you would be on like Mordekaiser, Viego, and Talon. But now it's kind of awkward because yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that this
Mhm.
positioning isn't the best for sure.
Yeah. Uh, I think you could buy like Soraka.
Oh yeah.
Like if you get Soraka too, then you could like fix the chalice problem and oh,
Oh.
okay, fuck.
Close,
This goes.
close.
So like what item are you thinking about here?
Anything for Mord, I guess.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Uh,
Uh, uh
I'm not even sure if you
I'm
want
not
that.
even sure if I want to take that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess.
Okay.
Oh,
Sure.
I don't even know. Maybe just take this.
Yeah. It's I think BT or RC. Like RC is not that bad.
Oh, okay,
To keep
yeah.
them safe. Uh, is it better than BT? I'm not sure.
Is
It
there
might be.
ever a world where you just like kill this LeBlanc too and
You move it?
just like move like um
Yeah. Oh, take that thing.
oh maybe I shouldn't have.
Oh yeah, I think if we did that, Straka might have been better, but
Yeah.
yeah, even just like more econ to roll, it's like okay.
So you
Oh,
give him like, or just what else?
oh, I mean, okay, just spat someone. But I think it still probably goes on LeBlanc. I think it does more damage than this Alistar. Oh, actually, I mean, I guess
All
for
right,
the
my bad, my
Renegade
bad.
bonus, I guess for the like the last alive Renegade bonus maybe. Um, but that one thing also, I think the Chalice like should have been moved here to like Viego or something maybe. Okay.
Yeah,
Also another thing, I'm pretty sure like I think the Leona probably could have been sold before the Viego, just because it's like much easier to hit Viego too, and it could be a pretty big spike to hit.
oh,
Um,
true, huh?
yeah. There's a chance actually those items also just go on the Viego. Like it was
Oh, like the BT,
Gunblade.
the yeah,
Yeah, there was like a Gunblade, a BT. Well, I don't know if you put both of those on Viego, but I think that you probably could have played like Sirach over the Blanc. It's probably not that big of a difference. Like the Blanc gives Spellslinger, I guess. But then you could fix your positioning there if you were to like the problem with the positioning where you had to like backline them, because then you could just
yeah,
put it on either Viego or Mord, the Chalice, and then you could frontline your Talon and also backline either LeBlanc or Soraka.
right. Instead of like the awkward like
Yeah.
third
Uh
row chalice positioning.
yeah, I think it's just like a bunch of small things. Like we probably could have saved some HP here and there. Rolling at 7 on like 4-5 and 4-6 for like a Viego. Uh, while risky is like it's like high risk but high reward type thing, where it's like
Hmm.
you're not gonna guarantee to hit Viego, but if you do hit Viego, you just spike extremely hard. Okay, we were actually like one turn away from like top three. I think this game was like
Oh,
easily
that's
probably
true.
a top
Yeah,
three.
wow.
Maybe if it like went like super clean and then we got like Viego 2 and was able to put the items on like Viego and Mord and everything, could have been a little bit better, but I think overall it was like all right.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of these like small decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, the level to 7 on 4-3, I think it was, to put in a jinx. Like obviously that can't ever be right.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. So yeah, leveling there, you seem like pretty like eager to level. I'm not. Maybe it's probably because you also won, so like maybe you're thinking like I could streak here or something. But yeah, just like waiting that one turn, like again, like I think you lost 4 gold at econ and then 4 gold because you spent the extra gold to pump. So you lost like around 8 gold there. That you could have been used to rolling, and then if you just leveled the next turn, you would have had a lot more gold to potentially hit like Viego. And
Yeah.
then just like not knowing what goes in there. So I also think maybe I'm misremembering, but I'm pretty sure like you held like Fiora on your bench for a really long time, when there was like no way to play her. So just like that was probably like an example of you're like holding stuff, but if you like thought about it a bit more about like your future plans, then you'd realize, oh, there's no point of holding this unit, or also there's no point of like leveling here because there's like nothing to play.
Right.
So I
Yeah,
think
I
that could
think
like help you out, like just like thinking in the future or thinking what you want to happen so that you're like more ready for it.
yeah, for sure. And I think probably improving at that will kind of come with just maybe playing more games.
Yeah.
And kind of getting that familiarity with like, okay,
Yeah.
I know I don't need this unit anymore, just forget about it.
I think playing more games helps with stuff like the like unit strength, what's the word, like recognition, like unit strength recognition. But I think this comes more from like kind of being more mentally in the game. Like it takes a lot less, or it would require a lot less like autopiloting because you'd be have to be like thinking a lot more and being like having a lot more like active thinking to know like what unit you want to like come out for who, and like who do you want to take out? Like, what's your board look like at level 5? What does it look at like at level 6 and 7 and 8? And then it's like, okay, if you hit this unit, what do you take out? Or if you hit this unit instead, like doing stuff like that in your head, especially while you have downtime, is like important so that your thought process and your gameplay is a lot cleaner for when you actually get to like those like future levels. If you're like thinking about it at like level 5.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think I definitely don't do that, so I think like when the time comes for me to make those decisions, I'm a little bit like I might have like a vague idea, but I don't know like exactly for sure, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
I might be rolling and not really understanding like
Oh
what
yeah.
unit should I even hold in this
Yeah.
position.
I think that's like the
Um,
most important one, or like that's like a very obvious one is when you do roll downs. So it's like important before you do roll downs. So like let's say you're gonna level to 7 and roll on 3-5. Just going doing a quick review of what units you're looking for and then like what units like are like playable is like really important. So you have like a general idea of what you're rolling for. So then, because like what happens to a lot of people is like they'll level to 7 and they'll either not pick up enough units or they'll just pick up everything. And then if you pick up everything, then like your brain gets foggy. You don't know who to play. You might end up upgrading units that like have no business being on your board, stuff like that. But then like if you're like for say let's say you're playing like this Viego board and you're thinking it's like okay, I want like the renegades, I want Camille, Talon, Viego, and then I also want one for admin, so like LeBlanc or Soraka, and then I also want the Ox forces, so probably Alistar and like Alistar Annie Fiora or something like that. So like I just named like 7 units, and then like if I miss Viego, then I could also hit I could hit like LeBlanc 2, Soraka 2, or Acel 2, or Acel or MF, like stuff like that. So just like having a really good general idea instead of just like kind of leveling and rolling and then like picking up all the forecasts and stuff like that, and then you get dizzy and yeah.
yeah, no, I'm definitely that's that sounds like exactly what I do, to be honest. I kind of just like roll and like pick up all the good units, but
Yeah,
with
exactly.
no real clear, I guess, idea of like how they slot in, so to
Mm-hmm.
speak.
Yeah.
Um, so I think like getting a little bit more clarity or kind of preparing myself a little bit ahead
Yeah.
of time,
Yeah, for
um,
sure.
for when that comes, like probably would be helpful. Yeah, it's a lot of like I think going through this was extremely helpful, honestly, because I'm just starting to see how all these kind of like minute
Yeah.
things kind of like add up. I mean, we were pretty much like one round from like top three,
Yeah.
and like I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure like any one of those improvements that we just kind of reviewed would have like um been the difference maker.
Yeah, for sure. But like that is like to be expected because like I mean you're not low. You're like what, mid challenger or not mid challenger, mid GM, so you're like around top 500 ish. So yeah, like at this point where like you're past everyone who's like super casual at least, like the only way that you get edges, especially in a game of variance, is like through really, really small like kind of decision making things where it's like you make a decision that only a few people would kind of make.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that totally makes sense, and that's probably why it's so hard to
Yeah.
kind of like break that barrier once you're kind of like like pretty much like once I get around like 500, I'm pretty much just gonna be like um floating around there or just
Yeah.
going down.
It just like comes down to like it's just scratching like those like few extra placements. Like here, maybe it wasn't a top two, but it probably could have been like a third or fourth maybe. Uh and then it's like turning your eighths into sixths and then turning your like fourths into thirds and like your top threes into top ones. Like those are like the small differences that will like turn you from like GM to challenger or low challenger to high challenger.
Yeah. No, totally makes sense.
Mhm. All right, cool. Do you have any like other notes or like things to talk about?
No, no. I took away. I'm gonna take away a lot from our session.
Yeah, I think we
So
talked a lot of good stuff.
yeah, no, no, we did. And I record my gameplay too, but to be honest, like I don't always like rewatch it because I feel it's kind of hard sometimes to like
Oh, for
watch
sure.
yourself when you play poorly because it's
Yeah,
just like, oh, I just want to go into the next game.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
definitely happens to me.
I think. Have you seen like my stream? Like, I have like this like recording software kind of thing. I think it's a
Oh
pretty good
yeah,
thing to.
what is that? I
It's
use
called
OBS, but
Outplayed. Yeah. So the thing is, like OBS, it also takes a lot more work because then if you have to like manually record, then you have to stop recording, and then you have to open up the file and go through it. So I completely understand actually like being too lazy to do all of that. But the thing is, like this program. Uh, Wait, am I sharing screen? Or no, I'll just share my screen really quickly.
I can end my stream.
Yeah, that's fine. Uh, I'll share really fast. I'll just like give you like show you quickly what it does. So, you can find it if you look up like Outplayed Overwolf, and you just download this. uh, but basically, like at the end of it, it like automatically saves your replay, and then at the end of every game, it will automatically pop up, and it's super easy to just be like, let's say, we're looking at your game. Uh, what were the important moments? Like looking back at maybe like 4-3 when you leveled, and just like seeing that part, or you could like look at like your last losses or like your final board, and then you could be like, oh, maybe these items should have been on this unit instead, or you could even like look at fights where it's like, I don't know how I lost this fight, and then you could realize, oh, it's because the Zed jumped on my carry and I was on the wrong side, or I got Zephyred, or whatever.
Yeah.
Just like stuff like that. And I think another really valuable thing is like, I don't think you did any major roll downs, but or in that game, but like let's say the first game that we were talking about, you could VOD review major roll downs. So like when you roll down on 3-5 and 3-6 in the first game, you could be like, oh, here I should have picked up these units. There's no reason to pick up these units, and also I should have stopped rolling at this point. Something like that. So just like being able to like quickly review stuff, like again, like it's hard to review like right after a game, but uh you could like do that after like a break or something and just like look at like the key moments of a game, because like it's hard to sit there and just rewatch an entire game. Like it's boring, it's not completely time efficient, and it takes like a lot of effort. But just like
Yeah.
having a software like this that like automatically pops up for you, and you can literally just like click through like the three important points of the game and then move on, is pretty good.
Okay, for sure. No, I'll definitely check this out. Yeah, OBS is kind of manual, and
Yeah,
sometimes I even
exactly.
forget to like record until like the middle of the game. But no, I'll check this out for sure.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good.
But yeah, I don't have any other questions, but really appreciate the time.
Yeah, no problem. I think it was good. I think it was fun.
Okay, for sure.
All
Good
right.
luck with the kind of the rest of your climb for the rest of the week.
Yeah, you too, you too. I'll see you in Challenger.
All right, see ya.
All
Bye.
right. See